Okay, so I'm making the intro to this video after I left the house. So the footage you're about to see is what I just got through looking at. So to make the story quick and short, several years ago we were working for this customer that owned this house. Recently he sold the house. A couple things led to another, and we got over there in order to satisfy a home inspection report. The duct work was going to be expensive to fix, repair, or replace. And you know, the new homeowner settled with the seller, and they did whatever they decided to do to make their deal and bought the house. They got on Google and searched around and found what they, thought that they appeared to be a reputable company. Not going to mention their name. So the guy comes out, gives them a price, sends his guys out, and they go in and do what you're about to see. Now, I took a lot more footage than I'm going to cut and edit for you to look at, but there should be a part 2 to this video. So I thought it would be interesting to go ahead and put the part 1 in. And I'll tell you what, we see it every day, but it's not always so bad. I mean, almost any heating and air guy can go behind another heating and air guy and find a little something he would do different. And sometimes they find a little something that is, of strong opinion, should not be one way or another. All right, so that's not the case here. In this case, sometimes things are just compellingly terrible. And this is really bad. So I'm going to let you take a look at some of this footage here. And I'm going to help the new homeowner try to litigate a little bit and get his money back. Maybe put some with it, and we'll go in there and fix it correctly. So I should be able to have a part 2. Could be a few weeks down the road, but nonetheless, let's take a look at what we found here today. All right, it's about a 180-degree turn right there. This is a 10-inch line. I think it might have a little more on it than it'll hold capacity-wise. This collar is not sealed, and that was one of the things written up on the original inspection report. Now, over on this side, looks like they may have done a little better. This is all taped up and repaired. But this one, nothing was done to, and they just hooked right back to what's there. Didn't even try to tape it, but of course the tape won't stick to dirt. Out of the top of this plenum is duct board, by the way. Out of the top of this plenum, no cap, no metal, just a taped up raw metal elbow. This will sweat and condensate and become wet and wet all of this, and this tape is just going to blow and fly right off. Nothing behind that. Okay, now let's look at that tape there, going to blow right off. Let's go over there and look. Okay, over here at the machine, you can see the duct board tape is not going to stick to dirt. This is all pretty bad. And there's the other side of the collar halfway hanging out. All right, let's go back here and look at the return situation. looks like they've taken out 3 10-inch returns that were in this box. And this box is only about 14 or 16 inches wide. So here's a 16-inch wide tap hooked to the back of it. And the collar is bigger than the box. So you can see the hole, and there again, here's tape just stuck over a big round 10-inch hole. There's no metal in there. They did the same thing above it where one of the pipes went. No metal in there. Right up in the house there. And this tape is not gonna stick. So that should have been sealed with metal. Here's inside the same pan. Well, that's not even, they didn't even tape it good. Even if tape would hold, tape's not gonna stay on that. But I think he said this one was gonna go away, and so this one wouldn't matter as much. But this box here, you know, that should have just been replaced if they were gonna upgrade the return. Let's go to the other one. There's another return up here that was also supposed to be sealed off because it's gonna stay. And you can see that it's just taped up. No metal. Now what they should have done was just pop this whole fitting out and put a flat piece of sheet metal over that and screwed it and taped it and masticed. This will just fall off in no time. I mean, that's not going to stay. There's one of the boxes from the 16-inch flex that they just left under here. There's where it goes up into the floor. There's a piece of the old ductwork laying there. And it looks like there's a boot they either missed or eliminated. And it's not even taped or anything. It's just sitting there. Now that looks like, here's some bathroom plumbing. So that looks like a toe kick grill that goes up into the bathroom. So they obviously missed that. That should be tied into the trunk line here. And a piece of duct put on it. Here's where they added their return, and they just cut a floor joist. I mean, just absolutely cut a floor joist. Now these are only 2x6s, so they're not a very strong floor system, so you cannot afford to lose one. And they just cut one, did not header it off or brace it or anything, just left it hanging and just stuffed the flex through the floor. And this is pretty butchered up pretty bad. So they missed a vent right there, open to the crawl space. That hole right there, wide open. So that's one missed, wide open. Cut the floor joist. Left their boxes of crap under here. I don't know how many more they missed, but we're gonna find out because we've got over here to fix the machine, so we're gonna start it up and we'll go in the house and see how many of them are blowing and how many aren't blowing. See how many more they missed. They do at least have a cap on the end of the trunk line. All right, so let's go get it cranked up and see what we got. All right, so I think you see my point now. That guy was sold a complete duct job, replacement, ceiling, supposed to be sheet metal over all of the old returns not being used. You know, unfortunately, when they saw some of the footage on my phone, they were pretty disappointed. So they were told one thing, sold one thing, and delivered another. So anyway, there should be a part 2. And it should definitely look a lot better than what you just saw. Thanks for watching.